get that huddle over the ball. Much coveted centre spot. Hong Kong having to take a spot 5 minutes ago, 5 metres away. And let's see who's going to be starting here. Aggie Poon, of course, scored 4 tries in the first match in just half a game before getting a much-deserved rest. Referee Macro Wu will officiate this match. And here we go. Nice long kick. Bit of a difference in approach for the Hong Kong side. They've been putting them on the 10 metre. Sri Lanka have forced a penalty there. Bit of a high tackle according to Mr. Wu. Sri Lankan coach barking instructions out at his charges to get on with it.
This is what Sri Lanka are capable of. Some great continuity play, and they've got some pace and already putting Hong Kong under pressure early in this game. Hong Kong have to work exceptionally hard in defence. Some great cover tackles, but a turnover which is vital. Opportunity here. Great short ball to Chrissy Chow. Settling things down, getting in shape. Aggie Poon coming round on support. Bit of footwork. Just need to show a little bit of bright start by the Sri Lankan girls in this game against Hong Kong. Hong Kong unable to get some continuity and some ball in hand. Sri Lankan slowing it down. Oh, Colleen just putting a foot into touch there. So Sri Lanka getting what they wanted, which was a line-out just inside the Hong Kong half.
The underarm style there. Hasn't paid off. Christy Cheng has foraged for that and got it out. Sham Wai Shum cutting back in field there. Cheng goes in again and delivers. Aggie Poon with the kick and chase. We know she's got the wheels. It's gonna stay in. Yes, it is. Sri Lanka doing very well to get all these numbers back behind the ball there. And they're away. Got broken through. Still Rukshi. Can she go all the way? Coming across is Shamwai Sum and the inside ball. Beautifully done by Sri Lanka. Ayesha Sudwandi Pereira. They've gone 70, 80 metres there. Well played, because they had to get back there to cover the kick from Aggie Poon. They struggled to keep it in, and excellent try.
Fantastic try, again prominent, as we talked about it in the first game. The Sri Lankan number 5, Dilsharuki, fantastic break, but I have to say that Hong Kong are lacking a little bit of composure at this stage. I hate the kick in, aimless kick in. I've got to say that Aggie Poon needs to keep that ball in hand, giving prime possession away. And Sri Lanka punishing Hong Kong for that lack of control and kicking the ball away deep inside their own half.
The conversion was smashed into the upright from straight out in front, so it's Sri Lanka 5, Hong Kong 0, 3 minutes remaining in this Pool W match. Nice deep kickoff. Tasha Olsen-Thorne marching forward with that ball. Sham out to Here she goes. Changing ball from left to right. But she's got someone on her heels. And she's redeemed herself in some way for the earlier kick. The die was so cross about.
And that's what Aggie can do. What concerns me is that, you know, she kicks the ball away and already ball in hand. That's Aggie's game. Superb, you know, international sprint quality, pace, and you know, easy route inside, outside first. Lovely arcing run to straighten things up, and she's got a chance to add the points.
Nice little sand wedge there to chip it over the top of the posts. And it's Hong Kong 7, Sri Lanka 5, and you see in the background all those kids are getting ready, everybody. Stand by for that. After the game after this, a spectacle down here. A march by a band and who knows what else. Back on the field, Hong Kong with the restart, this time going for a shorter contestable kick. Taken well by Ratnathakaya. Defence coming up the line there and making it difficult. A lot of pressure. And in the end, knocked on by Hong Kong. So it'll be Sri Lanka feed. With just a minute remaining in this first half. Interesting to see if Hong Kong can have their way in the scrum as they did earlier. Walking right over.
And this is what we've grown to expect from Sri Lanka. As I said, they'll improve through the competition, and already in game 2 really putting some pressure on the Hong Kong team, having conceded a lot of points against Japan in the opening game. No, sorry, not Japan. China.
Sri Lanka's penalised for feeding that scrum, not straight. Swing it wide. A little bit sloppy there. Some very difficult passes to take. Not quite the fluency that we saw in the earlier match from Hong Kong, but Sri Lanka defending well. Covering across, there was nothing really on, even if the pass had been taken, that fanned out. Well organised. Here we go, look at this underarm throw. Hasn't worked again. Getting numbers behind the ball there. Natasha Olsen-Thorne deciding just to straighten that up. Nothing was on. Getting mullered there. Goes to ground. Emmons Hugh comes away with it. Aggie Poon sees some gas on the outside. Round she goes. I guess that's always the danger you're going to face with Aggie Poon on the wing. One-on-one. She's going to have a good shot at it, but forward momentum there gained from Olsen-Thorne, as things weren't really, nothing looked like it was on. She tried to straighten, took on 3 or 4 players. Hence the overlap was created at the end. That puts Hong Kong out to a 12-5 lead. Time is up on the clock. And can Poon nail this from the 5-metre line? It'll be some kick.
Yeah, much needed score for Hong Kong as they approach the half to steady the ship, so to speak. But certainly not a half that Anna Rich as the coach would be pleased with. Too many mistakes and lacking that control and perhaps a bit of nerves. Being put under pressure by a Sri Lankan team that never give up. They've got pace and they'll always put you under pressure in defence. So all to play for second half. Nice, isn't it? Anna Richards not being tempted at half time to make any changes. I beg your pardon. She's made one change. Amelie Sewer coming off.
So it's Hong Kong 12, Sri Lanka 5. As we start the second half, and if you're tuning in from Sri Lanka or Hong Kong, welcome. And hello Sri Lanka, we'll see you in about a month in October the 10th and 11th for the second leg of the Women's Asian Rugby 7 Series. We'll be there, and we look forward to coming to Colombo. And we hope you put on a good show. You can match the marching band here in Qingdao. They're going to set a high marker here for you. One more game before we see the lunchtime entertainment. After this game, it's China-Singapore. But all to play here. This game is wide open. Going to have the legs, the sheet to go all the way. Where's the support? That's well chased back by the Sri Lankans. And good there. Christy Cheng clears the ball out. Oh! Shamwai Sum unfortunately has knocked that on. She did well to get there. A great burst down the left side by a couple of the youngsters, the young stars from this Hong Kong squad.
Great work by Natasha Olsen. Fantastic support, and she was the one that supported the initial break and came in and a lovely crisp clean out at the contact area. Distribution superbly well then by Chrissy, and unfortunately in the bread basket and spilled, and you know, a huge chance gone missing to just settle the nerves early in the second half of Hong Kong.
Pretty untidy stuff there from Sri Lanka, battling to get out of their dead ball area. Hong Kong putting lots of pressure on them. A couple of subs coming on now. Cheng Chi Ting is coming on for Colleen Schultzfold.
Candy, hugely experienced Hong Kong player, and I know that Colleen's been given an opportunity to come back into this side, and great that Anna started it twice, but what a great substitution to be bringing on as well. Hugely experienced Candy at this level.
So it's Hong Kong's put it on the 5 metre mark. They're desperately looking for points here early in the second half. Put a bit of a buffer on Sri Lanka, but that hasn't gone well. Ooh. Cheng gets up, she does well as one flies over the top. And here we go now, it's Aggie Poon. And again, she has dotted down and nearly rolled that forward, but she's over, she's just too quick. And that's exactly what Hong Kong needed.
That's the hat-trick in this game for Aggie Poon. All tries coming from one source. And indeed, the extra points. And she's coming back now to attempt to add the to 17 points thus far in this game.
Yes, that's 7 tries. 7 tries to Aggie Poon. Oh gosh, she can kick a ball. That is very close, but it's just short. So it's Hong Kong 17, Sri Lanka 5. Sri Lanka now will want to be getting back into this match with a bit of their own magic. They can certainly do it. They've had Hong Kong rattled for the best part of 7 or 8 minutes in this match. Now they need to put something together by themselves. Oh, that's
They
a
did.
big hit from Christy Cheng.
Not only the hit, massive hit, and then she's turned the ball over as the tackle up onto her feet. Well, less resting on her laurels. Fantastic play by Christy Chung. Leading us from the front as the skipper.
Hong Xiao Yan with the surge forward. Christy's coming on a short line. And this should be a try to Natasha Olsen-Thorn. Well deserved to Hong Kong and to Olsen-Thorn. A wonderful support play in this match. And suddenly now Hong Kong looking rather comfortable at 22-5 with just a couple of minutes remaining. They'll be happier now. Looks like Christy Cheng, the captain's coming off, along with Natasha Olsen-Thorn. They've done well in recent minutes to get Hong Kong back on track here. The kick is a miss, so it's still 22-5 and 1 minute 50 remaining. I knew it, Di. It looks like a lion dancing team down there.
Certainly something. There's something breaking out.
I can't wait. Is she going to touch it? No, that has only gone. They were
There's a bit
prowling.
of a standoff.
Mexican standoff there. As the Hong Kongers were wondering if the Sri Lankans were going to pick it up before the whistle went, but they didn't. So they now get a chance. Tricky little inside ball there, hasn't gone to hand. It's scrappy this from Sri Lanka, but here they go. Melody Lee there going in with a very strong challenge. Yeah, looks like she's got a bit of gas as she skirts down the sideline.
It's great, the youngster not giving up. Fantastic.
Very good run from
And
Pereira.
She's got the ball in hand again in her first tournament.
That is a scruffy old kick there, but oh, it's done the job. Unfortunately, it's such a weird wobble to it that it was hard to judge. Sri Lanka knocking that on. There's a bit of heated discussion going on out there in the Sri Lankan back line there. They had an opportunity there to put one back on Hong Kong, but good covering defence from Hong Kong. And now time is up on the stadium clock. Away goes Sham Wai-Sum. Can she go all the way? She can. A brilliant individual effort there from the base of the scrum, and Hong Kong now a 27-5 lead with time up on the clock. Will they be happy with that, Di?
I think they will. I think Anna Richards will be a little bit disappointed by the opening half, but they're very positive. I mean, they've got themselves back together. A little bit of control. It's the pressure they needed as they build towards the final game of the day against China. So it's great Sri Lanka improve each game, and it's great they were able to place the Hong Kong girls under a little bit of pressure. And thanks to Aggie Poon's hat-trick in the first half, calming the nerves, they came away with a good performance. So all bodes well for a final game of the day against China.
There you have it, Hong Kong 27, Sri Lanka 5. Sri Lanka improving from their first match, where they went down 31-5 against China. And up next, our final match before the lunch break. It's China versus Singapore. Don't go away.